Hello, welcome back. Wow, filming feels weird. I am back today with a chatty get ready with me. I have had a lot of changes happen in the last couple of months, and I just thought the easiest way to get back on camera and dive into filming again and getting used to filming again is to do a chatty get ready with me. So that is what we were doing today, and I'm going to let you know what has happened. I do have a few new products to try on camera today. I'm not gonna obviously go into my full thoughts on them because this is the second time I'm using them for most of them. The lipstick is the first time I'm using it, so I really don't have an opinion on the formula yet. I'm still getting used to how they perform and stuff. But I did get a few products from Milani, the Screen Queen foundation, the Conceal and Perfect concealer, and then the Silky matte bronzer. I've heard really good things about all of these, so I just wanted to try them out. I'm trying to find a foundation that will kind of replace my Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder. I don't know if this will, but I have just been wanting to try a lot of light to medium coverage things. So we're gonna get into it. Oh, the lipstick is from MUA. This is their Velvet lipstick. It's a smooth matte finish and it's in the shade Dreamy, and it looks dreamy. The other products that I'm using are ones that I have used on my channel before. I think I'm using a different shade in the Pixi like eye crayon, but I have used these before and I really like them. I will leave everything linked in the description box. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna take a pump of the Screen Queen foundation on my hand. I'm in shade 120 Warm Nude. I feel like this is a little bit light for me, honestly, but when I put bronzer and stuff on, it does seem to work. So let's fill you in. The big thing that has happened in the last couple of months is that we have moved house, which is very exciting. It's a good thing. It is something that we have wanted to do, honestly, since we moved into the last house. That house was a great situation for us. We were very happy and lucky to have been there, but it was always a temporary thing. Yeah, without going into like too much detail, because I think there's only so much the internet needs to know, but yeah, basically we have moved out of that house. And we have now moved up to Manchester. So I was living in my home, well, we were living in my hometown before, and we've been living there since we graduated uni. I moved home after finishing uni, honestly thinking that I would find a job in London, because where I live in Sussex, that's kind of, it's a commuter town, like that's basically why most people move there, is because it's an easy commute into London. So I moved back home just because that's what you do after uni, isn't it? But I ended up finding a job basically 10 minutes from where I lived. So ended up staying round there for a lot longer than I had originally anticipated. Adam obviously moved down as well. He found a job down here. We lived in the village where I grew up for 4 years. But yeah, it was never something that we wanted to do long term. It was never somewhere we wanted to be long term. It just wasn't where I imagined spending my 20s. Basically, we had always had it kind of on the cards that we wanted to move to a city. And we did want to move further up north because Adam found it quite difficult being that far away from his family. His family are based up in the northwest. So we had kind of said like, okay, well, if we want city life, Manchester is a great place to go to because there's loads happening there at the moment. It's like in a real moment of growth, and it's got such an exciting feel to it. So yeah, Manchester was always somewhere that we kind of had like on the back burner in our heads, like, okay, when we're ready to move out of my hometown, like Manchester would be a great place to go and we would really like to live there. So it was just never the right time. Like, we were in a really good place with our kind of careers where we were. We were kind of in a position where we didn't really want to move jobs or anything like that. I started a new job last year. Adam started a new job the year before that. So when we were both looking for jobs, it just wasn't really the right time to move for both of us, and ultimately we were really happy in the jobs that we are in now. Skip forward to March, COVID hits. We both start working from home full time because the office is shut. And once we did that, and we had done that for a few months, we kind of realized, like, actually, we can do our jobs perfectly fine remotely, still get everything done, you know. Before, we would never have even considered to like go for a job where we could do that without going into an office. Like, it wouldn't have even crossed our mind, kind of thing. There were jobs where you could work remotely, but it was few and far between. But then once we had done it for a few months, we were like, you know what, we can do this. So we started thinking seriously about like where we would want to move, and we actually just asked our organizations, like, you know what, this is something that we really want to do. Can we please continue just working remotely? I think obviously COVID worked in our favor, but yes, they were fine with that. So once we had that all clear, that was kind of like, and that was all going on like August, September. Once we had the all clear for that, we were like, right, fine, we can move. Let's start looking for places up north. We found a house really quickly, and yeah, it kind of just all came together, slotted into place really quickly. And obviously I know that we are in a very, very fortunate position. Like, out of COVID, we've kind of like it's almost been, not, I don't want to say a blessing, but it's almost been like the catalyst in which we can like start to make things happen in that sense, like moving and stuff. We never would have considered that that would be an option. If it wasn't for COVID, we would have waited until we were ready to basically move jobs. And then we would have looked for a job in Manchester. I completely know that we are the anomaly in this situation. This is not the case for a lot of people. A lot of people have lost their jobs in COVID, and the opposite's happened. And you know what, that could still, you never know what's around the corner. But at the moment, at this current point in time, it's working out okay for us, and we're just kind of taking each opportunity as we see it and rolling with it. We are renting up here, but yeah, we will be living in this house until we decide to move. Touch wood, you know, you never know what's going to happen, but touch wood, we will be living in this house. That's our plan, until we decide to buy, sorry, not decide to move. Obviously we're going to be here until we decide to move. We were able to take Merlin with us, which was a bit of a worry because, well, it just reduced our kind of option pool. Like, a lot of places won't take pets when you're renting, and also he is an outdoor cat. He likes to go for a walk and sunbathe and stuff like that. So we didn't want to have like a flat on a first floor, and it's like ground floor flats are very few and far between to come by. So it kind of meant that we knew we wanted a house, which kind of pushed our search out of right in the city centre, because those are mainly kind of high-rise flats. But yeah, we're really excited to be up north. As I say, Manchester's just a really like booming, bustling place right now. Obviously not during lockdown. We are in the UK in a second full national lockdown at the moment, until potentially the 4th of December, but who knows how long it will actually go on for. At the moment, obviously, we're just in this house and we're here. And that was another thing, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to move because of lockdown, but they actually didn't shut down any of the property market this time. All of that is able to continue as normal. It's mainly just like pubs and restaurants and stuff in the UK that are fully shut. When you move, there's a lot of stuff to do. So that's why I haven't been filming, just because organising the move and packing, and it all happened within like a 3-week period from when we found the house, said yes we want it, to actually moving. It was just a lot. We had to like pack up the whole house, we had to tidy everything. There was like other stuff going on as well behind the scenes that's like not related to the move, and there's just been a lot going on. So I just haven't had really the time to film, but also the motivation. YouTube is a passion project for me. you know, I have another full-time job. This is not my full-time job. It is something that I do because I really enjoy it. And when I have a lot of other stuff going on in my life, unfortunately, it does just kind of fall by the wayside a little bit. But I am back now, I'm in my house. I can't say that I'm gonna be completely consistent right now with filming, just because we're still sorting out a load of stuff. I know that my weekends are gonna be taken up with, like, we've got like a wardrobe coming, we're gonna need to build the wardrobe, and like just, you know, things like that getting settled. So I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to film like every weekend, but now that we are in the new house, you know, I've set up my filming room, I've set up my makeup room. Things might just be a little turbulent whilst we get settled. My normal filming schedule is that I will try and film on a weekend and have a video go up on Sunday. So that's what I always aim to do. Obviously some weeks that doesn't happen, just depending on what else is going on in my life. But here, I don't know many people, so I'm not gonna really have much of a social life, certainly in like the first few months anyway, as we're in lockdown. But even after that, you know, hopefully that means I will have more time to put into YouTube. I have thought a lot over the past year or so, since I got my new job a year ago, really, because before that I was very much in the mindset like I really want YouTube to be more of a side hustle, and like I want to earn at least like a secondary income from it, and that's what I really wanted. That was my goal with it. But since I have started working at the place I'm at now, I really love it there, and I've watched what happens to a lot of YouTubers when they go full time with it, and I just don't know if I want that for my channel anymore, and for my life really. It puts a lot of pressure on producing content. It's really hard to film 3, 4, sometimes 5 videos a week people film when it's their full-time job. And I know, you know, the kind of views that I get at the moment, it's not enough. It is a hobby, you know, it's not enough to earn any kind of living off of. So to get it to that point, I would basically need to invest a ton of time and probably a load of money. Okay, my camera stopped recording. But essentially what I'm saying is I'm happy with where YouTube is for me right now as a passion project, as a hobby. I have seen what happens when you have to go full-time on YouTube, or you choose to go full-time on YouTube. And although it is great because you're working for yourself and you're, you know, YouTube is your job, like that's amazing, like how fun. But also it means that you have to make your income from YouTube, and it also can put you kind of out of touch with the average person, what kind of money they can actually spend on things like makeup and clothes. And I feel like I am still in that situation now where I can't spend hundreds of thousands of pounds on that kind of stuff. Or whatever it is, thousands of pounds, you know. I see some YouTubers talking about what they're buying, and I'm like, but how can you expect someone that has a separate job, makeup is not their job, makeup is just something that they enjoy, to invest like £200 on an eye cream or whatever it is? I just think it's a bit ridiculous. At the moment, I'm happy with where I'm at. So I have no aspirations at this current point in time to make YouTube my full-time career, but it is definitely something that I have thought about in the past and wanted in the past, and maybe one day it still will be, but it's not something that I am striving for right now. The downside of that is that I can't post 3 times a week. I can't have those kinds of really consistent upload schedules because I'm doing other stuff basically, and I really love YouTube, but it's a hobby. Anyway, moving on from that, but kind of related, just to mention very briefly, if you haven't seen me, I'm sure you don't, no one even notices, but I feel like I need to address it. I have not really been using Instagram at all. I have not really been posting on there for the past few months, really on my feed for the past year, I've hardly posted anything. And on stories, I was going good on stories for a little bit, and then I just kind of fell off the bandwagon and I haven't really got back on it. Here's the thing, I'm trying to like wean myself off Instagram as a user. And I feel like with that comes not posting as much anymore, because I try not to go on Instagram as much, and so therefore I'm not posting as much because I'm not spending as much of my day on Instagram. I think it was getting to an unhealthy place for me. I would just be a little bit obsessed. And when I was on holiday, I actually deleted the Instagram app completely. And since then, I haven't really had the urge to like go on it that much. Like I will go pretty much full days without checking it. I feel like because of that, I haven't been posting naturally on my stories because I haven't thought to do it because I'm not on the app. I've also switched off all notifications for the app. If you are wanting to wean yourself off a social media platform, do that. I just kind of lost my love for posting anyway. I felt like I knew that the only type of content that would get any kind of engagement on my Instagram was pictures of my face. And I kind of don't want to take pictures of my face really all the time. I know that sounds weird because I'm a YouTuber and I'm a makeup YouTuber and it all revolves around my face, but I have other interests, I do other things. I want to share like pictures of my cat and pictures of my house and pictures of what I'm doing at the weekends, but those just never get any kind of engagement. So I kind of was becoming a bit fed up with it in that sense. I guess, yeah, I just didn't have the inclination to post anymore. So I am still on Instagram, like you can still message me on there, you can still reach me on there. I do try and reply to all my messages, but I am posting a lot less. I'm still here, I'm still around, I'm just not putting as much time into my personal Instagram. I do work in social media, so obviously I am on the social media apps a lot. Just in case you've been wondering why I'm not posting on Instagram, that is why. Okay, what do I think of this lipstick? You know what, I like it. It's a little bit too, no, I do like it. In the camera, it's looking a little bit too foundation lips for me, but in the mirror, it looks a lot more like just a nice kind of brown toned nude. Yeah, I do like it. Okay, right. I have rambled for a long time in this video, so that is where I'm going to leave it. I will be back with a new video. I actually have tons of empties. I've been collecting empties since the beginning of the year, and I've been meaning to do an empties video for about 6 months and I just haven't done it. So I think that is going to be my next video. I've never done an empties video before, but I'm into them now and I'm excited to do one. So I will be back soon. I don't know when exactly, but I will be back and it will probably be with an empties video. Let me know how you guys are doing. I would love to know. I hope that you're all well. I hope you're all staying as safe as can be. I know this is a very like unsettling, turbulent time, and I definitely feel that as well. When we found out that we were going into a second lockdown, my heart just sank. Yeah, it's a really scary time and there's a lot of horrible things happening in the world right now, but I hope you are staying as positive as you can, and yeah, let me know how you're doing in the comments. But other than that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do want to see more from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!